up, brother?
What's up, Dave? Welcome in.
Appreciate you having us.
We need to get better at infield, catching, outfield. We have anything and everything under the sun.
You got this guy from Omaha doing in here.
6'2", baby. Things that get missed in our game. You know, we're playing such a metric-driven game now. Everybody's always enamored by exit velocities and sprint speeds and throwing velocities, and we get our clips, and whether that's baseball, softball, we're mixing all the context as well as how do we get out in a situation and put ourselves in the best position to make the right move, whether that's a ground ball, right pitch call, where we position our bodies, where we go with the ball. You know, good players train 5 tools, but they miss that 6th tool.
Is hearing the feedback from college coaches in general, worst feel for the game that we've ever seen.
No doubt.
At the youth levels, they're focusing so much on winning plastic trophies at 10, 12, 14 years old that they're telling all the athletes what to do, but the athletes never get to fail forward and learn the game on their own. There's so many advantages to having that 6th tool. The difference between me as a young coach, I mean, if we're in the 6th inning, 1-run ball game, 2-hole hits a leadoff double, 3 holes at the plate, no outs. You know, back in the day, that's a situation I would have called time. Walk out to the mound, talk to the athletes about how we can't throw a strike and let the best hitter on this team beat us right now. We need to pitch around them, get a walk, and then let the next person try to ground into a double play. Well, now I wouldn't do that. I would sit on the bench, allow it to unfold, allow my pitcher to, throw the wrong pitch over the plate, my catcher to call it, let the 3-hole hitter burn us and double off the wall, and you end up losing the game. Through that loss and through that failure, that's where the athlete is going to learn. You sit down and you have a game recap and you explain to the pitcher, the catcher, and everybody else there, hey, listen, the reason we lost that game is because of what you chose to do. And now that's going to sting a little bit, but that sting is where the learning is going to come from, and nobody's ever going to forget that ever again for the rest of their life. That becomes an impactful lesson that they're really going to genuinely learn from it.
The first question I asked them is, what were you thinking? Because I can't tell you that, in my opinion, maybe we should do it this way or that way, but it's really how are you thinking in the moment to make you make that decision.
Absolutely.
And then from there, it's like, all right, well, let's try to do it this way. Let's run these scenarios through, because we always need to be 1 to 2 steps ahead in this game. There's so much going on that no one sees or hears. If I can take something away from that game or that situation and say, hey, I didn't do it exactly how I wanted to, but that situation comes up again, I'm that person, man. I want that ball.
Ricardo Lozano, Arsenal Performance Training, Tampa, Florida. Tyler Goodrow, Omaha, Nebraska. Goodrow catching, one of the best catching guys in the country. Them practice, how they go about their business. When you play, what's it supposed to do? It's a concert, but you're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to show off. If you hit the wrong note in one of your songs, do you think about that when you're playing the rest of the songs? No, because you still have more concert to have. You still have more songs that you have to play and more things that you have to execute. So you can't allow what happened on the last song to affect the next. Soak it up, learn everything you can, enjoy the experience. The games are just the opportunity, just like the concert, to go have fun with your friends. UCLA game on Saturday, but all of the games.
Yeah, wait. Some of us in class. 8th grade. I could never pitch with nails before I got to college. That's because I would squeeze the ball too tight, which is not good. So once I got to college, I learned to pitch with nails, and I actually can't pitch. I can't pitch into the square nails. No, I need the almond.
Pass. Put that on.
How cool is that?
Strike out.
Tampa, Florida. We're here at Diesel Optimization Facility. This is our good friend Jose Batista's facility. We're going to get a little training in. Let's go check it out.
How we doing? Welcome. What's up, baby? All right, good to see you. So it goes MLB size turf, and then inside we've got 6 indoor hitting bays and then a workout space on the other side.
That's sick.
Yeah.
All right, get after this.
Water bags, let's do that.
I got my cup because I got a lot of energy today. Hey Brooke, we're throwing, right? Good D! Ooh, that's a hit. It's dropping today.
If I can give you any piece of advice, it would be to just love the game and love one another. To me, this is the best sport in the world. Excited for you to get out there, get after it, and make some plays. I loved your warm-up. Be a great teammate. Keep picking each other up. I saw that from all of you. And then most importantly, just have so much joy and so much love when you play this game.
Bombers on 3! Bombers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Bombers!
Yeah! Great pitches to him. Then you go hammer some softballs and have a ton of fun. Okay, smash on these, smash on through. 1, 2, 3! Aggressive in the zone, taking pitches out of the zone. Keep doing everything you're doing. As soon as you started smiling, I knew it was over. Because that's what it's about. If you don't go into this game to have fun and you don't look to make sick plays and enjoy everything out here, man, it's tough. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just go out there and have fun, have a blast. This is a really, really talented team, and that was a phenomenal game.
Party time, baby. Party time.
Party time! Party time!
Nice job, Cam! welcome to beautiful, are we in Madeira Beach?
We're in Madeira Beach.
And I got to actually witness warm-up. For me, I was so impressed with the joy, the love, the passion for one another. Even when somebody made an error, it's just so much energy and so much love. Like you could genuinely feel it.
Like I'll tell you right now, I think Megan Grant, part of her success this year right now is because she's playing basketball. She is one of the most electric human beings. She is so much fun. And I think that this year, part of the incredible things that she's doing right now is because of how much joy, like she's starting to realize how special she is. I mean, she's one of the best players I've ever seen. She might hit 40 this year. She might break the record. She's got the two hands going on the fast stuff and then allowing it to extend to one on the off speed. If you look at those change-ups she's hitting out, oh man, Jordan, same thing. The plate coverage that gives you, the depth of front to back is just incredible.
And people are like, oh, well, water bags, what do they do? I'm like, honestly, they just become better movers, and then different moves show up in their swing. I don't know if we have any of these athletes but wants to come and demo a water bag. I see them right there.
So go ahead and do like 30 seconds of an offense, defense. I need you guys to go out and compete like savages, right? There is no tired, it doesn't exist. Every kid is tired, right? There is no hot, there is no anything other than y'all competing like dogs for 3 hours. I want to see joy and gratitude and loving the game of softball and loving playing with each other. That's it. Go have the most fun you've ever had on a field. Go play with love and go play with so much faith in yourself, in each other. That's the word.
You got them to just keep it safe and have the happy with the Lord. Amen.
And pressure is a privilege. You don't get to play in big time games unless you're a big time player. And big time players, they enjoy the pressure, they love the pressure, they step up, they love it, they crave it. That's what you have to do today. Don't pray for no pressure. Pray to enjoy it and relish in it. Go have the most fun you've ever played on a field. Let's go get them. Bombers on me, bombers on three. 1, 2, 3!
Run it!
Get back. Yeah! Yeah! Go out, compete right here. Runs on me, runs on 3. 1, 2, 3! Run! Go, 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 go! Come on! Come on! Come on! You're scored! You're scored! Get on your horse! Get on your horse! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Get here! Let's go! Come on, Maddie! Come on, Maddie! Good job, girls. Good luck. Good job, girls. Good luck. Good job. Amen.
Golf on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the Blue Jays Spring Training Complex. Come with us to interview coaches and players. What should a 14-year-old focus on if they want to get to the big leagues?
Their complete game, all of it, and not get too hyper-focused in one area. I think it's easy to chase the trap of, I don't do this well, so I'm gonna spend all my time on this. You're just so young right now and you're so malleable and there's so much, ball to be played that it's constantly everything. Anything that matters to get hits, to hit pitching, whether it's approach or, process cage work or in-game, planning or adjustments, it all matters. Movement, it all matters a lot. So I think you hone in on, kind of the things that you've identified as your areas, and you might work those a little bit stronger, but you stay on whole scale. Yeah, the whole thing.
A successful hitter who does well in the majors, what separates them between people that don't do as well?
I think my answer would be they know themselves really well. They know who they are, and I think that takes time. That's probably why naturally it happens more by the time you get to the major leagues and you're in the major leagues. I really believe that they can describe to you who they are, what they do, what they need to do, and they're confident about it. And I think a lot of minor leaguers that are going through the journey of trying to get there, there's a lot of wishy-washy, well, I think I'm this, but I want to be this, and I haven't really figured it out yet, and it takes time, but I would say it's their ability to know who they are.
What was it like being a part of the coaching staff that led the Blue Jays to an appearance in the World Series?
Very humbling. You're very grateful to be a part of it. They're doing all the hard work and hitting the ball, so it's nice to be a very small part of it, but it was an incredible experience.
What do you guys feel like led you guys there?
We just had a culture of guys that had a lot of chips on their shoulder, guys that had bad years, guys that had been overlooked, and the combination of that personality and wanting to be better and wanting to prove people wrong kind of led for gasoline on a fire that kind of, once it caught, it was kind of easy to keep it going.
Your team led the major leagues in batting average. What helped you guys?
We had a lot of really good players, that's number one, and guys that did a really good job putting the bat on the ball. I think there was just a culture of just being really tough outs. We never really talked about having high batting averages. We just talked about being really tough outs and listening to the game and paying attention and taking what the game gives you. That was just kind of the result of it.
If you had to build an All-American from scratch, how would you do it?
I would let them be as creative and explorative as they can, and I would tell them to swing as hard as they can and try to give them different external cues and just see how athletic and how natural we can make the movement, and then after that start to refine it and teach them the things they need at the major league level to be successful. But at first I'm going to probably build the most creative engine I could.
What was the biggest thing you learned last year?
I think what was really important was being able to make adjustments without crowding the player's mind, without being too intrusive on their ability to stay in the moment and compete and be competitive.
How important is clubhouse culture to a team's success?
I might be a little biased on this because I know you have to have good players and talent is important, but the best teams I've ever been a part of were very close. They were friends. Not only does it help you become the best team you can be, but it allows you to enjoy it. And when you play 162 games and hopefully a lot more than that in the playoffs, to be able to actually enjoy what you do, it's your whole life. And when you have fun and have one another's support and you can push each other, it's the best. And I think you can be the best you can be. We saw that with our team here with the Blue Jays last year, for sure.
Younger athletes striving to go to the big leagues, what should they work on and try to get there and achieve that goal?
Yeah, I think it's how you handle your business on a daily basis. We talk to our guys all the time on the importance of routines, probably to an annoying degree, but this is a grind throughout. For us, it's 9-10 months, and figuring out how well you sleep, what you put in your body to fuel it, It's not only the on-field work or in the cages or on the mound, it's everything else that goes into that, your prep recovery. How do you keep your body as ready as possible to be at your best every day at 7 p.m.?
What intangibles do you look for, and what do you try to develop?
Good question. The general ones with the hard work, be a good teammate, those are always going to be there, but be open-minded, constantly striving to figure out new things. Know what your strengths are. Self-awareness is massively important. Know what you bring to the table, how you're going to help your team win, but constantly be trying to push to find new things, new edges competitively to get better every day.
Thanks for coming with us to the Blue Jays complex. Now come with us to the Phillies.
Bye. Woo! What makes the development system great?
We spend a lot of time and a lot of energy to be aligned from top to bottom. So I think that's number one. And then I think it's kind of that same mindset of every player is different. Every player came from somewhere different. They move different. They think different. We have principles and things we really care about. But the more we can take our principles and make it real for each person and how they talk, how they connect with the information. So I think a good example is some guys like video, some guys like data, some guys like video and data, some guys like nothing. So we're always trying to find what inspires them to make a change.
All the hitters that you help the most, what they have in common?
I think willingness to learn, willingness to grow. I think at the end of the day, we have a good group of guys here that want to make adjustments and want to be the best players they can. And I think partly too is they recognize that there are some deficiencies and things they need to work on, and they tackle it head on, and they're not afraid of a challenge, and they've done a great job of making adjustments in any way they can.
How does the pitching and hitting side communicate to help each other?
I really like spending time with our hitting coach, Kevin Long, and just our hitting guys and being around hitters. As a pitching coach, that's our number one job we need to get inside the mind of hitters. We need to understand how they train, what they're trying to do, how they're trying to solve our problems. I think understanding your enemy, our own guys are not our enemy, but using them to our benefit and reverse scouting ourselves. So having a Kyle Schwarber break down in front of the pitcher with me on how he would attack one of our pitchers is really helpful, because hitters go up with a plan, especially in the big leagues. So we need to know that. Guys that make adjustments faster than ever, changing paths more than ever. So it helps us not do stuff isn't the smartest things to do if you know your enemy well.
I think at the end of the day, if you're trying to be as good as you possibly can be, you're trying to seek knowledge in every facet you can possibly find it. And I think we have a lot of really smart people on the pitching side, and I think we have some smart people on the hitting side, to where you go back and forth and figure out what problems they have, like Caleb said, and what problems we have and how do you fix them. But I think at the end of the day, is from a player development standpoint, we want to help every player be as good as they possibly can be. So I think any way that we can get better and help hitters, if you have to talk to pitching guys, it doesn't matter where it comes from, and use every resource you can to help the player.
What's an example you've learned from one side that helped you with hitting or pitching for you?
From a hitting standpoint, I think understanding the metrics of fastballs and what guys, where their fastball plays in what part of the zone, and where they want, the pitcher, if the pitcher throws the ball in this part of the zone from a fastball perspective, they're typically going to have success. So I think from a hitting standpoint, unless you really dominate where they're good, you might match both strengths. But if you're kind of neutral as far as where you perform the best, you'll go away from where they want to really throw the ball. And so I think, again, understanding metrics, what the pitcher wants to do, and figuring out how do we combat that and fight that.
The biggest thing the last couple of years is really understanding hitters' bat paths and bringing some of the advanced material, game planning material to life. Because we could say this guy struggles with four seams, but if he has a path that fundamentally cannot handle four seams, that it feels a little more real to the pitcher. It's understanding how their bat's moving through space, the timing that it happens, and pairing that with what they've actually done to essentially exploit the hitter as much as we possibly can.
How would you describe the Phillies in 3 words?
That's a very good question. I never thought about this. I'd say ownership first and foremost, because I think we have one of the best owners in baseball who wants to win. I think of tradition and good people, and that really take care of us, and as an employee feel very good about. And then I think first class. I think we were able to put a first class team on the field because of our owner. Having an owner that wants to win and wants to support us in anything we ask for is great.
Authenticity, players feeling like they can be exactly who they are, coaches, staff, front office. I think it's an environment where just be you. Respect for yourself, the game, and how our guys prepare at the big league level, compete. It's kind of a catch-all, but I think Philly it's a tough place to play. Our fans demand a lot of us. Your ability to succeed in Philadelphia, and really in anything, in any sport, anywhere, but especially Philadelphia, you have to do your best. I don't need you to be anyone who you're not. I don't need you to do anything you're not capable of, but I do need you to do your best. And that's what makes Philly fans our fans, and I think that really defines our team.
What is something that you wish that you could tell your younger self?
That pitch that you used to throw, that pitching coaches told you won't work in the big leagues, is now called a sweeper.
Mine would probably be think less and compete more. I think at times as a player, I would try to figure out exactly the right thing to do versus a little bit got out of compete mode more than I probably should have.
What's the most special thing you've ever been a part of as a coach?
Obviously, when you see guys go to the big leagues, it's awesome. Like down in the Dominican right now, we did a great job with school and helping like the players give them education to graduate. I get to go be a part of the graduation every year. That's like one of my favorite things I get to do every year. Like obviously want every player to develop as a player, but as people too. So seeing that, being able to be a part of that's probably one of the coolest things I get to do.
One, Michael Lorenzen threw a no-hitter, so that was the first time I've ever been part of a no-hitter. And then getting to be the pitching coach for the All-Star team in 2023. So that was really cool to watch a home run derby on the field and be in charge of working through an all-star game. That was really special.
Hi, what's your name?
Aaron Barrett.
Nice to meet you. What's your favorite quality in a player?
The player's ability to be present as much as possible. I'm big on high character players that play the game the right way, go about their business the right way.
How has spring training been?
This is literally my second day. I literally just got here. I got to play for the Nationals for a long time. And one of my old teammates, Ryan Zimmerman, always said, like, the best way to prepare for spring training is to put a pair of spikes on, go sit in your driveway for 15 hours, and that's how you're going to get your legs prepared. So right now, like, my legs are starting to get back underneath me. I think the best part about spring training is like the feel and vibe of just baseball starting again. I mean, you can really feel that from the players and the coaches.
What's been your favorite game you've ever watched?
The one that stands out the most was to be able to be a part of our World Series run when I was with the Washington Nationals. And so Game 7, Howie Kendrick hit, a big home run off the foul pole. And so I've been in the bullpen for that entire game. Being able to obviously witness that in person and obviously being able to be a part of that whole process and just the entire run, that's hands down the most memorable game that I'll ever remember.
Who or what inspired you to play and coach baseball?
You guys are full of good questions. These are questions I haven't even thought of. Probably first would be my dad. My dad taught me the game of baseball since I was 4 years old, and that was where my passion came from. And then I get to grow up in a small town in Indiana, and the first guy for me was Don Mattingly. I grew up in the same hometown, so being able to be around him and I got to see this guy accomplish what he's accomplished. On the coaching side now, the game has given me so much. I had a crazy ride, crazy journey, crazy story. To be able to have an opportunity to give those things back to the future of the game. And again, you guys, right? All you guys are, again, aspiring, whatever you guys, whether it's softball or baseball or whatever, you guys all have an opportunity, whatever you choose to do. And so for me, being able to share that message, whatever you set your mind to, because I lived that, I've been able to accomplish that, you guys can too. And that's been my message, ever since my career ended, and now I'm able to share that with you guys.
That's a 10. That's just that reminds me of home. That reminds me of being in Long Island and going to Carvel ice cream with my grandfather. Like unbelievable soft serve vanilla. Right? Like there's Dairy Queen and then there's Carvel. Totally different. That's what this is like.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, goodness.
What's a daily habit you will never skip?
Read my Bible for sure. I also like to do some breath work too. I think that's important for me, you know, just to stay kind of grounded, stay in the Word. Bringing my wife coffee every day is something I keep up with pretty good. So those three.
What's one thing that baseball has taught you that really relates to your faith?
I think there's a ton of overlap between baseball and faith. There's a lot of adversity, and you know the Bible talks about endurance and running your race, and you know that just to me reminds me of what's important, what's to focus on, because at any time I could stop playing baseball, right? I could never play another baseball game, right? People could say no, not sign me, but no one could ever take my faith away, you know, and it gives you a lot of hope, a lot of encouragement. It gives you a means to kind of go out and like feel like you have a lot of purpose, you know, like putting on that uniform, playing for a city, playing for a team, like it gives you a lot of purpose and feels really good. Like in the same way faith will do that, you know, like the Holy Spirit and God will work in your life and he'll fill you up and, you know, move in different ways and really like reveal that purpose of your greater life, like one step at a time.
What has your faith process looked like? What was your walk?
It's been a really, really long journey. When I came back to Christ and got baptized, it was after 2023. You know, my sister bought me a Bible back in like 2020, and that's when I first started reading it, getting into it, and like that's when the Holy Spirit spoke to me. And then from there, just meeting really incredible people who like poured into me, you know, doing some discipleship and mentorship, and just really diving into the Word and like humbling myself and giving myself up and like figuring out what that means and just kind of doing what the Bible asks. You know, there's a lot of commands and a lot of scriptures, a lot of promises. So like, what does that say versus what does the world say? And you know, like how do I really like want to live this life? And you know, what am I going to give up and what am I going to follow and, you know, what am I going to listen to at the end of the day? And there have been like a lot of ups and downs with baseball, so it's really tested my faith. I think at times, you know, it could be one of the thorns in my flesh for sure, because like baseball and performance and anxiety and all of that can really, really test you for sure. But at the same time, you know, God's with you through all those storms. You know, it's like when they're in the boat and the storm's coming and Jesus is sleeping, right? But at the same time, they get through it, they get to the other side. So I feel like that's pretty much like the definition of my career, just kind of like fighting through that and like just remaining anchored in my faith, growing through that and like sharing that with as many people as possible will probably be a lot more impactful than the people like who watch me play baseball. So like it is a vessel, and like if I can pour into the game and like everything that I have by working with the talents God has given me, invest that wisely, like then I believe the return, you know, can come from him like revealing himself to others through that.
Can you guys say hi to Miss Ella Dodge?
Hi! I mimic your swings all the time. Hey guys, we are here with Ryan Moore at his beautiful complex named UMR Sports, and today we'll be asking him a couple questions.
Perfect.
What drove you to do all this for this game of softball, and like what caused that to happen?
Wow. Okay, so as a baseball player, I didn't have any daughters. I had all boys. And so way back when, we had this dream of building this facility on our family farm. And back when, in 2020, when there was COVID, we had a baseball collegiate league, and then we started a girls collegiate league for women in 2020, not knowing that a year later we would start a pro team. And so really it was just fate. It was just God's way of saying, hey, I've got this door to go through, and will you go through it and be faithful? And that's what we've done.
What advice would you give to ambitious teens who want to succeed in sports and in like owning a business and like excelling in life?
Young people need to realize that you have to have a dream. You have to have a passion and a dream. And when I was a little kid, you know, I always wanted to be a Major League Baseball player, right? That's what I wanted to be. And every decision I made was based upon, hey, I'm going to go outside and hit on the tee. I'm going to go out and pitch in the net. I'm going to go lift weights. Every decision I made was based upon I want to achieve my passion. So I think as a youth, you have to have awesome models like Jenny Finch and Leo Miko and Todd Richardson, all these unbelievable athletes to want to be like, right? And I think it's important to have a passion and have a goal, and you want to achieve it. If it's going to college, what an amazing opportunity. Only a small percent of teens get to experience a college scholarship to play college softball, right? Same in baseball. So if that's your dream to play for Oklahoma, unbelievable dream. Now you have to put in the work to do it. At the end of the day, you have to have a dream and never lose that dream. Never lose that dream, because there's going to be so many hard times in the middle. There's going to be all kinds of things that are going to distract you from that dream. And as long as you have that passion and that's what your ultimate goal is, nothing can stop you.
Earlier you mentioned your faith. What is one thing that your faith has taught you that has just helped you all the way through like everything that you've been through?
God just has this way of like shouting in a loud voice like, hey, go through that door. And as believers, we just have to have enough faith to walk through that door. And I feel like God will take care of the rest. Mm-hmm. And so there's been a lot of struggles. You know, God never said it's going to be roses, you know, right? So there's a lot of ups and downs along the way, but at the end of the day, even the downs are even ups. Do you know what I'm saying? So God, my faith has played a huge part in this because I've just been obedient. And I think that's what you have to be. So if you're a believer and and you love Jesus and you want to follow that path, I just think that you have to have faith to go through that door. And that's all he asks us to do, is just be faithful. He's not asking for you to like cure cancer. He's not asking you to, you know, be the best softball player in the world. He's not asking for that. He just said, hey, can you just give me one little bit of faith that you have in me, and then I'll take care of the rest. I think that's what's been my most important lesson in my life, is just, I just need one little ounce.
Hey guys, we're just getting back from our trip from Clearwater, and we decided to go into Better Baseball. Let's go in.
Oh my gosh, that's what we're looking for.
Back here, this is our swing studio. This is a little more specialized. This is our like VIP kind of bat fitting experience. A lot of people come to us, all different age groups, different sizes, and they're just like, hey, what is the best bat for my kid? What's the hottest bat for my kid? Like, I'm sure you've heard it all too. There's a lot of different things that go in characteristics from a hitter standpoint that go into using a 32 versus a 33. We'll look at your full body in there, like a simple body screen from a strength standpoint, look at some grip, look at some internal, external scores, and we'll baseline them, give them some swings, look at some bat speeds, just how they're moving on camera and everything else. And then from there, some of the characteristics that you're showing us from a strength standpoint, from a bat to ball skill standpoint, it's going to bleed into like what bats we actually want to test drive. Then we'll put those bats in the ringer and run the same play. But I'm going to give you a little sneak preview in here, okay? Sorry for interrupting that. Yeah, man. So we got a bunch of bats on the walls. We got a vertical force mat underneath here through Rapid Tech that we use. We're looking at bat to ball skills in here. Obviously, all of our batted ball data we're using via hit tracks here. We can plug in. We've got 2 different camera angles that we'll play with just to get the one-on-one experience, test out a bunch of bats, and hopefully when you leave here, we're helping you perform at your highest level, give you some confidence as well.
This is what I'm gonna let go of, I just know it. Yeah, I think she uses that. So this is 5, this is 4, this is 3, this is 2, and the ghost is 1. 5, really? 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. Yeah, same.
This one's my 4. This one's my 3. This one's my 2. And this
swim because it's crazy like my brain.
Probably.
It's giving UCLA Bombers.
For our black uniforms.
We're gonna have a glove for our uniform. Okay.
So colorful.
Never been hunting in my life.
Okay.